For more traditional jazz tomorrow night, head to Crocus City Hall. US saxophonist and multiple Grammy winner David Sэнborn will be playing a gig there from 8 p.m. In the past, Sanborn has paired up with the likes of Miles Davis, David Bowie, Eric Clapton and Stevie Wonder, just to name a few. In Moscow, he'll team up with popular Russian jazz band Trans-Atlantик. Together, they'll play highlights from his 35-year-long and, 25-album-long career. Primetime was lucky enough to get an exclusive interview with the man himself, and here it is. Well, we're now joined by David Sэнborn, musician, to talk about his performance here in Moscow and life in general. Thanks very much for joining us.
Life in general, okay.
That would be nice. You will be performing with Russian musicians. How did you find them?
Well, I've just met Sergei Chipenko yesterday. I have not met these musicians
He's
before.
the lead of this band.
He's the leader of this group, yeah. And I'm looking forward to it. It's a new experience.
Because you get to improvise a lot as well.
Well, I better. That's kind of all I can do.
Is that one of the beauties of jazz, that you can just meet people and you don't have to do too much pre-planning and practicing, you can just go for it on the night?
Yeah, and who's going to know? You're just making it up, right?
It's not the first time, not the second time, was it third that you've been to Moscow?
I believe it's the third or fourth time, yeah.
What kind of thoughts, memories does it conjure when you come back?
Well, I love it here. I absolutely love it here, and especially in this beautiful weather. You know, it's like summer. We were talking earlier about what a great city this is, and especially in this warm weather. And I mean, I just remember sightseeing and just seeing the different aspects. The obvious tourist places like the Red Square, and just getting to know the Russian people and just that warmth that they exude, and it's just it's one of the benefits of doing what I do is a chance to experience cultures all around the world.
First time you've been here was in 2003.
I believe so, yeah.
And now 3 albums later, here you are, it's 2010, and you're here with your new album, Only Everything.
Well, the album is it's kind of a tribute or an homage to a period of music that Ray Charles kind of epitomized for me, the late 50s and early 60s. And, when I was growing up as a kid, this was the pop music of the time. So, I mean, this for me was a kind of labor of love in that I got to, pay tribute to these guys and kind of connect again to this music and put myself in the context that I felt was appropriate for where I've kind of always been.
Where do you keep your Grammys, your awards? You have a few.
This is going to sound completely insane, but I don't know where they are. I've moved a couple of times, and I think they're in storage someplace.
Which I think gives everybody an idea of just how successful you've been during your career. And I just want to run through just a few, in no particular order, the people that you've performed with, toured with. David Bowie, Paul Simon, James Taylor, Eric Clapton, Stevie Wonder. Of those, who did you enjoy the most? Not who did you respect more, who was the biggest influence. Who did you have the most fun performing with?
I've enjoyed all of them for different reasons. I mean, Eric Clapton and I have been good friends for a long time, and I always enjoy playing with him because we're such good friends, and we just share a common love of the blues and Ray Charles. Stevie Wonder was a great pleasure to work with. He's such a dynamic performer, and I remember being on the road with him in the 70s, and every day when we came to soundcheck, he would have a new song. David Bowie is a tremendous performer and great writer, and another really hard-working guy. I mean, he just. I think the thing that's impressed me about all these people that I've worked with is how hard they work. On the plus side is you're doing something you love to do. And as both of you know, that when you're doing something you love, it doesn't feel like work. To me, the big advantage is that I get to do something that I love to do and make a living at it, and make a very good living at it. So that's the advantage for me.
You've mentioned that you work a lot and you travel a lot as well. Yeah. Why do you do so? Why don't you, say, just take a holiday and stay at home for a month? Because you can, but you don't?
In order to keep a band together, you kind of need to keep working. And then, you're out on the road, and they say, well, we're out here, why don't we do one more show, and then before you know it, you're out on the road for 2 months, or and you only intend to go out for 3 weeks. And I mean, I used to be on the road, 10 or 11 months out of the year. I've cut back a lot from that, but I still do about 200 shows a year.
You talked about the number of shows, an awful lot, and you've had a very long and very successful career. Is there any times when you feel like you're slightly going through the motions after so many concerts, so many appearances?
The funny thing is that sometimes you can be playing music that everyone loves and you love, and then all of a sudden you're in the middle of a song and you find yourself thinking about something else. Like, gee, if I get down here, I get room service, and I wonder if I can get to the gym tomorrow.
That's
boy.
professional.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you know what I mean? Then it's, for me, it's time to retire that song. Or whatever it is that I'm doing that's making me do that's making me not commit 100% to that moment, I have to stop.
Are you ever aware of that when you're performing, say, here, there are some people who are seeing you for the very first time and it will make a lasting impression on them, could be big fans of yours, how you perform on that one night?
That's part of what keeps you going and keeps you out there, is the fact that, somebody says, oh, well, I had a great time when I was at your show, or this meant so much to me when you did this song. And it's like, you get that sense that you're actually connecting to people.
Well, I'd just like to say thank you very much that you brought your talents here, and
well, thank you.
I hope that people will go along and enjoy the concert. I'm sure it's going to be a great one, and hopefully we'll see you back here again in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.